has been defused. Counter-terrorists win.
Hey guys, Malzo here, back with another Banter episode where I just watch a demo, kind of highlight some of the clips in it, slow motion a few parts, and generally just take it easy and look at what's going on, and you know, a little bit strategy orientated sometimes. And I picked TaZ because he's the only pro that's older than me. Old man TaZ has me by a few weeks. And this is actually a pretty cool round. This was on the broadcast for sure. And Pasha hits a nasty nade here. They actually both get really good nades off. So those two nades combine for 3 kills. Pretty sick. And then TaZ cleans up the rest. Him and Pasha kind of, you know, TaZ was dedicated to B, and then Pasha would be there helping quite a few rounds actually. Normally it's just one guy at B, but they often had 2 there actually. I got this grenade in slow motion just to see the 3 kills. Fucking Pasha's grenades, man, they blow up bigger than everyone else's. Shit. Like the Chernobyl explosion. Took me way too long to find that sound effect. Took me like 10 minutes. Anyways, TaZ playing Z here because there's action going on outside. So he's kind of rotated off so he can get a quicker rotate to A. And that's exactly what he does. He almost wins this. He gets stuck in a 3v1 and fucking guy's pretty solid, man. He had a really rough spell, you know, through parts of last year where he was really struggling to get frags. And then if I remember right, he was pretty solid at WESG, and he's been solid as fuck at the major so far. So still got it, man. Fucking 30 years old and he's still fragging with the kids, still fragging with the youngins. CS is really one of those games where you can get a lot of advantages and a lot of favorable gunfights just with experience and positioning and stuff like that. It's nice, you know, it's not 100% on fragging power, although fragging power doesn't fucking hurt, that's for sure. But if you're positioned nicely and take good fights, you can get, you know, even with slow reflexes or whatever, you can get fucking good kills. He almost gets 3 there. He was just missing Adren's head. Or was that Zeus? Yeah, Zeus's head when he fucking went in there. This round coming up, they really play like a cat and mouse game, you know, like they're saving, so they're gonna push B. And you can see the T's are waiting for them because they can hear them coming, and then TaZ is like, I'm pretty sure they heard us. And the T's actually, that molly would have been sick if they would have been able to block them in. So then they fall back, and then they fucking go back in. I thought this was like really, you know, cat and mouse kind of give and take. The T's hear us, so we'll fall back. Okay, now they heard us fall back, we'll go back in. Look at this fucking nade from Hobbit. He throws it while he's going down the ladder, and it's nasty. It hits TaZ for almost 50 HP. It's pretty cool. TaZ goes down here, gets an instant fucking dink, of course. Pretty good for a 40-year-old TaZ. You're still looking pretty sharp, man. Speaking of good angles and good positioning and stuff, I love these little off angles, and especially since he's there with his teammate. You know, his teammate's playing just to the right of him on the ramp. There you go, Pasha. And as soon as someone runs out there, they're going to have an instant crossfire on someone. Really like that positioning. I can't stand the Mag 7. Am I the only one that cannot fucking kill anything with the Mag 7? I don't know if it's just me or what, but I fucking cannot hit anything with that gun. But yeah, cool positioning. And TaZ has himself another fucking round here, man. He's left to clutch this against Doja. And he doesn't have a kit or anything, and that's going to come back to fucking bite him in the ass. This is a pretty slow clutch. They end up walking around the map. They kind of circle around each other. None of his teammates had kits either, so it's not like they could call out, hey, go pick up my kit at Z or whatever, you know. No kits on any of his teammates, so I don't know. I thought he walked maybe a little bit too much here. You know, walking through Z and stuff when it's planted inner, you got to fucking find the guy in inner. But who am I to say, you know, to tell TaZ how to clutch, right? So it's all good. Doesn't work out for him. Just he's a little short on time here. He's got the sweet gloves though. VP's always been a pretty fun team to watch. Like they've been together forever in terms of you know, Counter-Strike when teams are changing and players are moving and stuff like that. VP's been together for a long time, since January 2014, so quite a few years in the Counter-Strike world. And TaZ has himself a meta-defining pistol round strat here. Got to start up the plow here. Fucking 5-man rush B. define the meta TaZ. Some serious in-game leading right here. Oh, it would have been even better if it was 5-man Glock armor, rush B. But TaZ is nasty with this USP. Later in the round, he fucking pops a couple heads. Looks really, really good for a guy on the other side of 60. Boom, boom, two shots. He puts like half the clip into the wall. He fucking killed the guys with like the first 2 shots. A 4K for the pistol round is nasty. This is really quick, but if you're a fan of high-level CS, okay, I'm gonna slow that down. And you're gonna see why I liked it so much. Look at this 180. So he gets the call that the guy's team main, and he fucking 180s exactly onto the fucking opening of main. Like, look at that. He's fucking dead on. That's fucking crazy, man. I don't know. Like, that's probably the best 180 I've ever seen. For someone to 180 swipe, you know, he's got to go pretty much across his mouse pad to do that, I'm sure. For him to do that and land exactly on the opening of team main, that's insane. Like, that's really, really good. It like I said, if you like high-level CS, that kind of shit's fun to watch. It's good stuff. He even goes for the bomb plant after. Alright, TaZ actually doesn't... I don't think he kills anyone this round, but this is one of those rounds where you can... It's interesting just to watch the minimap for it. They get 2 picks at Ivy. So that makes, you know, calling the round a lot easier. It turns into a 5v3, but... They get the 2 picks, and then they kind of feel out outside to see how many guys are outside, what's the situation outside, see if we can get a bomb plant down there. You can see they leave the bomb back at spawn almost, which I don't know if I'm a big fan of that. I know a lot of teams do it. I'd personally rather just leave it a little bit above ladder, you know, because then you can quick rotate it into outside, or you can go inside with it really quick. But I mean, they leave it at T-spawn, whatever. So they go feel out outside. They realize the guys are there. At least one of them probably had calls that both of them are there. And then they whip out inside. And you can see Neo is fucking lurking himself inside. They kind of just spread around the map. As soon as they got into that 5v3, they just spread around the map. They take an obscene amount of map control. Like, it looked like TaZ really wanted to go plant outside. So he brought the bomb outside. And then realized the guys were out there, but since Neo was kind of already lurking and pushing inside, as a, you know, if they would have planted outside, he would have had a sick flank. Since he was already inside, they had all the map control needed to take inside. Neo makes the call. They change the mid-round strategy, and they end up going enter. Just a neat little round, you know. Like I said, TaZ did absolutely nothing in it, but yeah, it's fun to watch the mini-map. This is one of those... They do the fucking eco smoke wall, and I really like this on train. You're almost always going to get a bomb plant. You can see they almost all have flashes too. And TaZ actually has 2 flashes. So the idea is you make your smoke wall, and then you just flash yourself into the fucking smoke. Chances are somebody's going to be looking at that smoke, right? Flash through it, and you're going to blind somebody probably. And he gets a free kill out of it. Almost gets 2, actually. Super cheap strat, you know, and you're almost guaranteed to get a bomb plant, and they do get the bomb plant, and they got 2 kills out of it too, so cool shit. All right, last round, and VP go on to win. They were the first, yeah, they were the first team to qualify for the playoffs. They went 3-0 in the group stage, and Navi went on to qualify as well. Fuck, Navi looked good, man. Holy, they looked really good. I'm excited to see them in the playoffs against better teams. Well, I mean, they played SK. They just fucking annihilated SK. But Navi look like they're gonna fucking wipe the floor with everyone the way they were playing, anyways. If Flamey keeps playing like he was yesterday. But yeah, we'll see a couple more. You know what? I was for sure, like, as soon as I saw Liquid and Optic were 1 and 2, I'm like, oh, they're gonna play each other next. Luckily they didn't, or maybe unluckily. Hopefully they don't. Anyways, hopefully they don't both get eliminated today. That would suck. I thought for sure they were gonna fucking match up against each other. They still might, you know, if they both win. They both have a decent chance of winning. I forget who plays Godsent. They play Godsent and Mouse. I forget who plays who though. Anyways, I'm gonna check those games out today, and that'll do it for this game. So yeah, I wanted to do the banter kind of episode, you know, just because yesterday I spent a lot of time just watching the games. the first few days I didn't watch any of the games, you know. I was just making videos, and it's a lot easier to make these banter videos than the other ones, just because I don't have to analyze in slow-mo fucking every engagement and stuff like that looking for stuff. So yeah, this was fun. I have a pretty cool feature coming up, and I hope everything goes well for scheduling. But Friday, I have an interview scheduled for. I'm going to interview a guy that specializes in bad USB and malware products, or malware, anti-malware stuff. So the bad USB knowledge is going to be really cool to talk about. I'm going to be able to ask him all sorts of questions on how bad USB can apply to pro gaming and stuff like that, and how discreetly it can be used on computers and stuff like that, if it would be possible to use them in tournaments and stuff like that. So I'm really hoping he can answer a lot of those questions, and also his malware background is probably going to be pretty applicable to like the cheating software, right? It has to be put on really secretly, you know, or it has to be put onto the computer and be undetected, which probably overlaps a lot with his knowledge of malware, because malware is pretty similar, you know. You don't want it to get detected on the computer, and it's kind of a detection versus, you know, sneaking around or whatever. But yeah, I'm supposed to do that Friday. We scheduled it for, and he seems like a pretty solid guy. I don't think he's gonna back out of it or anything. He said he put it into his agenda for the meeting anyways, so we'll see how that goes. It'll be my first time interviewing someone, but I wanted to ask you guys, if you guys have any questions that you want me to forward, let me know in the comments. I read pretty much all the comments. I can't reply to all of them anymore. There's quite a few coming in, but I try to get to a lot of them. But if you have any questions that you want me to ask, like an expert on bad USB and malware, any topics that you want me to bring up in regards to cheating in CS and how to prevent it at tournaments and stuff like that, let me know in the comments. I'll sift through them. You know, I may or may not be able to ask it, or he may or may not know the answer, but leave a comment and let me know what you think. And that video is hopefully going to go up Friday, so check out that when it comes. Alright guys, hope you enjoyed the video. I'll see you next time. Bye.